I also feel like over the last 10 years, the focus on software engineering because of the IT boom, IT services boom, led to so many people just pursuing that, regardless of the fact that they were mechanical engineers or civil engineers, ended up going to Infosys or a bunch of these places. And now they're realizing one, the initial pay might have been good, but the growth isn't. And versus in manufacturing in a lot of these places, I think the initial pay might be one of the factors that they look at without seeing the overall trajectory and say, no, this is not the job that I want to do. But the potential growth of like becoming a production manager, becoming a leader within the company, and as you said, you have a lot of those people who've risen through the ranks to actually now be executives, right? Is that not exposed enough to the people, and which is why they've sort of, like a herd, we've gone and done software engineering in lakhs and lakhs.
So you have to understand, the Indian manufacturing cycle is just beginning.
Hmm.
For this, our manufacturing cycle was also stagnated. How many greenfield projects did we see?
True.
How
True.
many? It is beginning. अब क्या होगा कि the people who are already in the industry will see a big rise, the
Right.
growth in salaries, and when the youngsters will see that, there will be a visible shift from IT, as you said, to this. Like I said, um, uh, this is a year of civil engineers and mechanical engineers again. This is the decade, sorry, of civil.
Right.
We still have to build the nation. We will require
Hmm.
more civil engineers. We will require more architects. We will require more. आज से पहले IT में people were seeing the growth, and they were seeing the growth. The kids were going there. It's a demand and
Right.
a supply thing.
Yeah.
Today, when manufacturing is growing and we don't find good people now I'm coming to white collar, we don't find good people. So what will happen? The demand and supply will cause will give them exponential rise. And when
Right.
people will see that, there will be a shift.
Like a pendulum, it
There
keeps
was
sort of. Yeah.
so many episodes where you have a person working with you for 10 years and he'll come and tell you, my son just passed out from college and Infosys has given him a package more than me and I've worked all my life. And that was true.
That
And
was true. Yeah.
how will be a youngster motivated to then join manufacturing?
Right.
But so what will happen is IT will come down, rationalize a little with AI and everything coming, they will rationalize a little more. Manufacturing will go up, and the flow will happen like this. So
Hmm.
that's what I think. I'm not an expert at it, but that's what my common sense says to me.
Makes sense. You mentioned something about India's manufacturing sort of, cycle starting now. Do you think we still stand a chance with where China is? Do you think we can be globally relevant in manufacturing? And if so, what does it take from here?
I first I'll start by qualifying the statement. We are relevant in global manufacturing.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not maybe we're small, but we are relevant.
Right.
And because there are sectors of the industry where world knows that what India can do, China cannot do. We are more reliable than China in pharmaceuticals. We are more reliable than China.
Right.
Areas. So we are in fiberglass that I do. We are more reliable than China because it requires a process and it requires commitment. It requires consistent quality, which people are not confident from China. They're more confident from a small country like not small, a small
Yeah.
company like JCBL.
Right.
So I'm just saying, today when GE makes their locomotives in US, most of my companies go direct on their line, and I am single source to them in most of those components. So we are not irrelevant. We are relevant,
Hmm.
but we are sector-wise relevant.
Right.
Yes, if we want to scale up to size, it will happen. Government's focus is right. They're pushing that uh, PLA schemes and everything. They're pushing it right. Uh, it's a how do I say? In the dynamics, we will be very foolish to miss the bus this time. Everything is right. Everything is.
Exactly. I agree. I
Well,
agree.
it will be
And
a
probably the last time we'll get a chance. I
yeah,
would
yeah,
think this is
yeah. If
yeah.
this time we miss the bus, we will be foolish. We would have done something very nicely wrong, matlab,
Hmm.
to have missed the bus. People are looking at an alternative. Our labor cost is already still low. Our demography is very nice. We have a great relationship. We are a neutral power center in the world today. The government is bringing right policies. I think everything is going right now. I remember 90. 8 when I used to go abroad to get a collaboration or something, my presentation start, why India, why JCBL. Now the first part of the presentation is not required, was why India. They know, they say
Hmm.
tell us what you want. So we have positioning is right. Well, I'm just saying we will have to be very very foolish, और इसको सेल्फ गोल कहते हैं ना.
Hmm.
सेल्फ गोल करेंगे तो हम कुछ irrelevant हो जाएंगे फिर से. Otherwise, nothing can stop our manufacturing. I'm very bullish. I'm very bullish as a person. Yeah.
And then is the idea then to say look at sectors and look at opportunities that China can't already do well rather than trying competing with them on like the likes to likes, right? For example, electronic sector. Some of the electronics they're so far ahead that entering now and trying to build capacity or get to that level might not make sense. But look for niches that China is not good at today, where the industry is moving, and try and focus on that.
Exactly, exactly. We have to find our own niche. We have to find our own. We cannot make China irrelevant. Us
Yeah.
becoming relevant does not mean China will become relevant. We cannot make China irrelevant, come what may, uh, in this entire metrics. So
Yeah.
we, if we have to do that, and we have to find our own niche. We have to find the sectors that we can excel in, and then bring all our focus towards those sectors.